Hey guys, today we are doing something fun and a little bit crazy. We are doing pour painting. I'm going to walk you through it and hopefully it'll be something that you can follow along with at home. So this is what I'm using today. I have my canvas propped up on a couple of sturdy cups. I have my Floetrol, my water, my silicone pouring oil, and my cups. All right, so here's my paints all prepared. I used about 50% Floetrol and 50% paint, and then I added just a little bit of water and stirred until I got what I like to call melted milkshake consistency. So once it just gently rolls off of your stirring stick without any trouble, well, that one might need a little bit more water, but once it just rolls off of your stirring stick like melted milkshake, then you know you're ready to go. All right, so here we go. The first thing I'm gonna do is take some of my white and I'm gonna pour some of my white onto my canvas here. And I'm gonna use just a plain old popsicle stick, a large popsicle stick. And I'm gonna gently move it on the front part, top part of my canvas here, just like that. You wanna leave it kind of thick so that it can pour. And then I'm gonna take some black. I'm gonna put some black down here in the bottom corner. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna spread it out with this stick. Just like this. Okay? Now, before I go any further, I left a gap in the middle. The technique that I'm doing today, I am going to be creating a river going through the middle. So I'm going to take some of my first color turquoise, and I'm going to gently pour a line going down. I'm going to take some of my next color. This is kind of like a royal blue. Pour it going down right next to that turquoise. Now I have a seafoam green color here, and I'm going to take some of this and pour it going down just like that. And then my last color that I added in at the last minute because I just love it so much is my dark purple. You can use whatever colors you want. So I'm going to go ahead, carefully pour that purple on there, just like that. Now, I'm going to go back and add a little more white right up next to it. And then I'm going to go back and add a little more black at the bottom here. Just like that. Okay. And I'm gonna, got a little bit of white in there. Better get rid of that. So I'm going to pull that up just like this. Now, one thing you can do if you want is you can go back and add a little bit of this silicone pouring gel, a few drops into whatever color you want to have cells. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in my turquoise. Just put a couple of drops, 1, 2, 3-ish. That was more of a pour. And put some in some of my other colors as well. And what we're going to do here is add another layer of color going through. All right, now I'm going to take my handy dandy straw and we're going to see what we come up with here. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna turn it the other direction and see what we can do here. That is pretty cool. I think I like that. All right. I'm gonna use my finger and cover that little spot there. All right. I think I'm pretty happy with this. You can see all the cells, all these little bubbles from the silicone. All right. Well, I think this is my finished product. So I'm going to let this dry. It'll probably take 2 or 3 days. And then I'll come back and show you guys the finished product, but it's not gonna look much different than this. All right, here we go, canvas number 2. I'm gonna start out with my black background. I really wanna do an all black background on this particular canvas. So I'm gonna take my stick, I'm gonna carefully spread it out. Get it all over here. Cover it completely. Don't want to spread it too thin. Just use my stick here and put this all the way to the edge. Come over here and do this side. All right, there we go. Fill in those little spots there. Don't want to have any spots where there's no paint. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little bit different technique and see how this turns out. So I am going to take all of my colors and I'm going to fill them in one of my cups. So I'm going to move my canvas. I'm going to take my cup here and I'm going to start out with a little bit of white. Pour in some white. I'm going to go to turquoise. Then I'm going to go to my phthalo blue. Then I'm going to go to my seafoam green. Then I'm going to go to my dark purple, like that. Then I'm going to add a few more drops of silicone to my dark blue. Now when we add the silicone, don't stir. It seems to give a much better more noticeable result when we don't stir. A little more dark blue. And I think I want this one to have a little bit more light, just a little bit. Okay. And I'm gonna move this and put my canvas back where it belongs. All right, let's see what's gonna happen here. Now I'm going to take this, I'm not going to stir it. I'm going to gently start in the middle. Give it little tiny swirls. And we'll see what this does. And I'm going to move it around and see what kind of design I can make here. I don't want the colors to blend, but I want them to do something cool. So I'm gonna let some of it pour off there, just like that. Okay. I kind of like how it's all in the bottom corner right now. I really like that a lot. So I'm gonna go with that and give it a second for some of those cells to start popping open. And then I'm gonna take my straw, start blowing a little bit. I like this because it's looking kind of alien-esque. That is really cool. Okay. See if I want to do anything else to it or if I want to leave it. Kind of digging what's going on here. This is cool. Maybe I'll put, The thing about pour painting is it's really easy to overdo it and then you just have a blur of color, and we don't want to overdo it. We want it to just look really cool and really like detailed, with it really being effortless, even though we didn't put a lot of effort into it. So I think I am liking how this turned out, and there's just the right amount of cells, and I like how this all looks squiggly and cool and kind of creepy, like it's out in outer space, like an alien amoeba out in outer space. So I'm going to leave this to dry, and we'll come back and see what this looks like when it's all dry. And here's your finished product, all done and dry. Now, if you wanted to, you could go back and spray it with a clear glossy coat to make everything pop even more. But I just love the way these turned out with all the cells and all the colors and the contrast with the black background and the white. So there you have it, our pour painting using 2 different techniques. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. God bless.